Alright, I'm back. I don't know how to start these intros. I don't know how to intro these videos. I mean, fuck, I keep stumbling over my words. Alright, let's do this. Anyways, today, this video is about the rappers to look out for the rest of the year. Now, when I say this, it's not about it's not about like the upcoming like underground people. I'm not trying to predict who's gonna pop off. It's not one of those videos, but I might make another video about that if you guys are interested. It's gonna take a little bit more research. I gotta find more underground people before I would like do a whole video on it, but I would love to make that video too. But this one's about like people with already kind of like a notoriety, like the big artists, like, but also like some of the people that you probably have heard of or know about. Just kind of anticipating what's about to happen the rest of this year and why you should look out for them. So I'm gonna just start it off with the heaviest hitters, the biggest people, and it doesn't really get much bigger than Twitter rant man himself. With this Bully album, I'm excited for it a little bit, but I'm mostly just scared because I don't know what's about to happen. He's been kind of wilding, not even kind of, he's been extremely wilding. So we may not even get it. We probably won't get it. And if we do, it's probably not going to be what we thought it was going to be. But those samples that we was hearing from those shows, they sound amazing. Let's just be real. I don't want to talk about it too much because, next, other heaviest hitters, the big three, of course, Kendrick, Cole, and Drake. Honestly, the only reason why I even have them on this list is because of how crazy last year was and how everyone's been going in very different directions. J. Cole just dropped that song Clouds, which was really solid stuff to me. I like the way he was rapping on there. He had a nice ending verse where he really got into a few concepts with like capitalism and things of that nature. Cole still got it. It's just that and he had the Port Antonio thing. That was another good song. Like Cole really, he still kid rap very amazingly. It's just that his stature in the game has been at question for almost, is it about to be a year now? Nah, it's been like 7 months probably. But ever since he apologized for that shit, you know what I'm saying? So I say this year is the year to look out for him to make a resurgence and trying to regain that stature, but I think in a different way. In my opinion, the thing he needs to do is just drop conceptual conceptual music. Like talk about shit. Stop talking about you being the best and better than people, which you are. You are better than a lot of people, but it just don't hit the same for folks. Him dropping those older projects on DSPs was like a nice, really good move in my opinion. I personally haven't really listened to them from front to back before, which is crazy because I love J. Cole's music. I just haven't listened to the mixtapes like that. So like the Sideline Story, Friday Night Lights, I've heard songs off of there, but never front to back. So if you want me to react to those, let me know because I think I'm gonna do like a little side series where I'm reacting to older stuff I never heard. So yeah, just let me know. Kendrick and Drake, we already know what they're on. Kendrick won. He did crazy shit with it. Super Bowl performance, said his name and everything. Uh, yeah, looked at him with like the demon eyes and shit. Like, hey Drake. So Kendrick, I would say just look out for more of last year. And what I mean by that is like, for example, Bodies or the untitled GNX trailer song. Are we ever gonna get that? I want that so badly. So I'm looking out for that. I really want that song. It sounds so good, and I want the totality of it. So, and also with GNX Deluxe, because for some reason I can't shake this. I can't shake that one line that he said on Squabble Up. Hit his turf, get it cracking, double back like a deluxe. Like I feel like he's gonna really drop a GNX Deluxe. I don't know why. I'm probably wrong, but the fact that he never dropped Bodies yet, and the fact that he has that line and he never really talks about deluxe albums, kind of made me think he might have a deluxe. So hopefully that actually happens. So yeah, when it comes to Kendrick, look out for that and look out for PG Lang, which I'm gonna get to in this video as well, because there's something I want to talk about specifically that I'm gonna get to after I talk about Drake. Now Drake just dropped an album with Party Next Door, but he said he's gonna do a solo album too. Look out for that. I don't know if you guys are really excited for that. Me personally, I want him to take a little bit more time because I like all of the big three. I like Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. I think Kendrick is the best artistic wise. Cole's the best like at rapping with punchlines and stuff, and Drake is just the most accessible entertainer. So they all have their own statures, but I'm someone who values art over everything. So that's why I put Kendrick over both of them. But to me, Drake is a very, very good entertainer. So I want him to drop the most entertaining thing he can. And I feel like in order to do that, he might need some more time to go in the lab again. Like he never really takes breaks. So I mean, he's gonna drop again. I just don't know if this year's the right time. But he already said he's gonna do that. So that's something to look out for too. Moving on from that, I'm gonna go for another heavy hitter, and then I'm gonna talk about some PG Lang stuff. The other heavy hitter is Future. Future said he's gonna drop again. Why? I do not know. He just dropped 3 albums last year. They were all good. They weren't. None of them were bad. It's just that I feel like slowly they dropped in quality. Actually, no, because We Don't Trust You 2, people loved it as an R&B record. I just personally like We Don't Trust You Part 1 the most. But We Don't Trust You 2 is also really good. I don't know why Future is dropping so much. He dropped so much last year. Maybe it's just for the love of the game, but I'm still gonna listen to it. I'm still gonna be excited for it because it's Future. He's one of the GOATs. Next artist that I want to talk about, I think you guys seen this one coming. ASAP Rocky. He just beat his case. You know, I'm happy for him. That shit was hilarious where he jumped over the fucking perimeter thing. His album he's been teasing for a while, Don't Be Dumb, comes out pretty soon this year. And if it does, we need a Rihanna feature, please. Because Rihanna's someone that's not on my list. I'm talking about rappers. And even if I wasn't talking about rappers, I wouldn't have her on the list. Because I don't think she's ever going to drop. Her and Frank Ocean, I've been giving up on them probably 3 years ago. But a feature though, I feel like that's gotta happen, bro. You basically have been gone from the industry, chilling with her, having babies and shit, doing your thing respectably. You know what I'm saying? Which is, I don't blame you. It's Rihanna. I'd do that shit too if I had Rihanna. But goddamn, what happened to the Don't Be Dumb album? Yeah, ASAP Rocky, Don't Be Dumb. He just beat the trial. Get Rihanna on it. Do your thing. He's been saying that it's done. That's what I heard like about a few days ago on the NFR IG. It's just getting cleared, mixed and mastered and stuff. So hopefully it's out soon. Yeah. Look out for that ASAP Rocky one. Let's go to the PG Lang now. Baby fucking Keem, where have you been? You dropped the same year as Donda. I want to say that was 2021. Yeah, 2021 you dropped the Melodic Blue. A lot of good shit on there. It left me wanting more. He's been slowly leaving not my playlist, but just my cycle of listening because I just haven't been getting enough new shit from him as a newer act. I feel like he got to keep going. Even his features on Kendrick's album, Mr. Morale, amazing. From the Savior interlude, that's probably my favorite song off the album. My favorite song off the album isn't even the one with Kendrick on it, which is crazy. Look out for Baby Keem. I think the album's supposed to be called Child of Wolves, something like that. I know if y'all watched One of Them Days that had SZA and Keke Palmer in it, I just seen it 2 weeks ago, right? Movie was alright, it's whatever. Cool movie, it's like it's for the girls, you know what I'm saying? Why did I hear a mustard beat in the fucking background as they're walking up to a shop or something? And I hear Baby Keem's voice on it. I'm like, whoa. Don't tell me Kendrick threw the mustard stimulus to Keem and we're not gonna hear it. We gotta hear it. That's gotta be on the album. That shit sounded so fire. And I looked on YouTube to see if I could find it. It's not on YouTube. I can't even find it on YouTube. So I'd have to go to the movie or look up a bootleg of the movie to hear that little snippet again. It sounded energetic. It sounded fun. It sounded like some summertime shit. So this summer, I think Keem's either dropping a single or the whole album with him and Mustard on that song. That shit sounded fire. And Kendrick might be on that song too. Who knows? But that shit sounded hard. So that got me even more excited for the Baby Keem album. I hope that shit comes this year. Top Dog Entertainment has this artist named Doechii. Now she is phenomenal. And this is someone saying that who hasn't even listened to a single song. I'm not gonna lie, I've never gone to my phone, went to Doechii and played a song, but I keep seeing her name and I keep seeing her on features and she's really, really she's just really talented. Like she's amazing. What really made me want to go tap in with her is the Grammys. I'm not gonna lie, because I already knew she was nominated because she has an album called Alligator Bites Never Heal. I've seen a few of her interviews on YouTube. She seems really, really cool, really creative. She has like a whole like story behind how she got to the point she's at right now. And when I seen her perform at the Grammys, because I didn't watch the whole Grammys, I watched barely any of it, but when she was on, I made sure to see it because I've seen little clips of her music videos and things of that nature, and she fucking killed it. Like the breath control, the choreography, the way she was able to move and still hold her flow. Like people gotta really take into account just how difficult it is to perform and rap when you're not relying on a backtrack. Like what Kendrick did at the Super Bowl, even though it wasn't the most grand thing, it's very, very vocally and just physically impressive to do that. And she did that shit to a T times 10. Cause she's actually like really, really dancing and moving and fucking wardrobe changing, ripping shit off. Like she's just going in and she got bars. So yeah, I'm actually planning on reacting to Alligator by Snapper Hill. That's a big reason of why I didn't tap into didn't listen to her stuff because I knew I wanted to start making content based on music, especially rap. And I knew she was one of those ones that's gonna like be a huge, huge star that I wanted to like capture my first reaction of. So I kind of just been putting it off, and putting it off for a minute. But after this video, you guys can be expecting a Doechii reaction because I really think she's gonna be somebody like special. I really fuck with Doechii. Um, so yeah, hopefully she sees this and she lets me like talk to her a little bit. What up, Doechii? How you doing? Anyways, going from Doechii, I'm going to another female artist. Now these are the more she's not like a huge mainstream act, but she's not underground either. And this female artist I'm talking about is Ansia. I fuck with Ansia. She's really she's really interesting to me. I like the way she like the way she raps. I like the beat she chooses. Her beats kind of remind me of Lucky a little bit. I don't know what it is. Also V's too, but her and V's they kind of like talk about how they're like, they're locked in for real. Like, they're friends. Um, she's one of those female artists I actually don't like. I don't have to force myself to be like, oh, let me listen to a female artist. No, a female rapper. Oh, let me find like on C or something. Like Lotto is someone like I love. I think she's a good artist, but I have to like go out my way to kind of put her into my rotation. When it comes to on C, it kind of just naturally happens. Like so, um, like ATM for example, that shit just that that I like that shit initially like off rip. Like I just put that shit in my playlist off rip. You know what I'm saying? Then I looked at Ansia dropped a project. I want to say last year, and I think she's gonna drop something. I think she's gonna drop something this year. I think y'all gotta look out for Ansia. She's right now she's not getting the flowers she deserves in my opinion. Because we keep talking about the same female artists all the time. We talk about Lotto, we talk about Sexy Red, we talk about Glorilla, and they're all good. I'm not trying to hate on them at all, but I just think we got to start throwing Sia up there for real. For Sia is tough. Like her flow, her voice, it's just so cool, calm, collected, like some real player shit. You know what I'm saying? Moving on from that. So speaking of V's, I might as well talk about it. V's needs to drop. I'm sorry. You're gonna see who I fuck with like at this level and who I fuck with at like all the way up here level by my like reaction to talking about them. V's is one of those people that I really, really listen to a lot. I'm gonna need him to drop an album this year. I hope he does. And I think he will. And I'll tell you why I think he will. Um I've been listening to V's by the way, probably since like 2021. 2020, 2021. I'm not like a for day one. I just really, really enjoyed him when I first heard him. And I just kept listening more and more. Now 2023, I'm pretty sure is when he dropped Ganger, right? And everybody fucking loved Ganger, especially Not a Drill. Everyone when your intro is one of them anthems like that, you have a album on your hands. Not a Drill went crazy. Everybody loved that shit. That's like been my favorite. I didn't even like Not a Drill at first. I like it now, but at first I did not like it. Mine was fucking I loved Safe 2, Sexy Liar. The one that samples Thuggish Bones. What's that shit called? Fuck. You Know Why. I loved You Know Why. Then don't get me started on GOMD. when that first dropped. GOMD was my most listened to song of 2023. I love GOMD. He dropped the deluxe after that. Gotta Get Lucky on there. Rich No Duh. Amusing. Fire. So he's been on a crazy, crazy run. He's been having nice features. People been loving him. You got folks like Lil Yachty taking towards him. Lucky and V's have been a crazy dynamic duo for forever now. Are they really beefing over what? I don't know what that's about. Are they really beefing over lean? I don't think that's a thing for real for real. But like Twin Flow off the Gemini album with V's and Lucky, immaculate. Now this year I think he's dropping something because I've been seeing him more in like niche areas. Like they have V's doing the soundtrack to 2K. Like that's some real cool marketing shit. So I think he's gonna drop some shit this year. Next up, speaking of V's and the Detroit scene, let's talk about Lil Yachty. I know he's not from Detroit. I'm just saying that's like the style he was doing and shit. Yachty is going to drop something this year, in my opinion. I think he's gonna drop something. I think we gotta look out for him. I've been seeing him on this crazy press run. If you know, bro, if you notice like marketing in the music industry, you know rappers just do a bunch of random shit before they drop albums. But that's not just rappers. That's like entertainers in general. Like for example, Drewski before he dropped this Coulda Been Love series that he just dropped. He just went on like mad interviews. He did that shit on the Jennifer Hudson thing where he's doing the dance. He did the Bobby Altoff podcast. He did another podcast with these two girls. I forgot what it was called. It's like these two black girls in like a studio. I don't know what it's called. And like there's so much shit I've been seeing him in. And it was just a great part of this rollout that he had for his new show. So I've been seeing Yachty do the same shit. Most recently, I just seen him with that girl with braids. I think she's a TikToker, but they were like making food in the kitchen, and like he's roasting her, she roasting him, da 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 da. So I just seen him do that. I just seen him on the Lyrical Lemonade freestyle thing. He just did that. Uh, he's been doing interviews recently again, like the Shannon Sharp one. Like he's been more active after him kind of being more in the background after the whole Caribou beef. He was kind of like he started to chill a little bit after that. He's not somebody that I've always liked listening to, especially his early work from like the Teenage Emotion days and shit. But like ever since he took that trip to Detroit and came back, he's been ramping shit up. And like three the most recent 3 years, he's been on kind of a run in a way where he's kind of been rebranding himself as a rapper and also just the artist in general, especially with that Let's Start Here album. So this next album, I hope he drops like a real rap album where he's actually rapping well. Because in my opinion, he doesn't have a good rap album yet. Like he has some solid shit, but he doesn't have like a really good rap album yet. And in my opinion, after doing this well for this long, consistently rapping wise, I feel like it's about that time you drop like a real full length album where you straight up rapping solo. His Concrete album was solid. There's a lot of good songs off there. But I think it's that time you really just you focused in on trying to be a good artist and rapper rather than trying to play into these like narratives and do all this talking with the media and always having some hot takes to say. Like he was on like a spree of just having a bunch of takes and a bunch of shit to say when nobody asked. Like I'm not saying just shut up and dribble, but I'm just saying it's about that time you cement yourself. And I think this is gonna be the perfect year for him to do it, and I think he will do it. He has a good team to help him with it, cause I fuck with Concrete, and that's gonna take me to my next person that y'all gotta look out for. DC Too Trill is my favorite Concrete member. Look out for DC Too Trill. I started this list probably in like the last few days of December 2024. So there's a few people on here that already dropped, and DC Two Trill is one of them. He already dropped the album, but after this album, he's still been making music. He's still been having like these freestyles posted on YouTube and shit like that, and they're all fire. I knew he was gonna do some crazy good shit when I heard his song "All Right" off of Platinum Max's stream. So I watched the Song Wars. And it got to his part. I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be something crazy. And I always love this flow. I love the beats that he uses. Love the way he raps in his lines and shit. The album Family Matters, that was one of my most listened to albums of the year it dropped. I want to say that was 23. So I already had like been accustomed to it. I got accustomed to his sound. And when I tell you that All Right song, Show Me, that was the moment where I wanted to put him on the list. And then he dropped this year with Drink Babies for Life. I have a reaction of it up. If you haven't seen it, watch it. That album had like crack in it, especially the intro, the energy that he came in with, the beat switches that he had, the flows. Like DC2 Trill is someone to look out for, and I think he's gonna be a very accessible person to listen to. I feel like once you hear him for the first time, it's gonna stick. It's gonna stick very very well. So please look out for him. I think he's gonna drop some more shit this year. It may not be albums, it may be singles, it may be features, it might be contributions to Yachty's album. I don't know. But after the album he already dropped, I want to hear more. I think he will release more, and he's someone y'all should be looking out for. He's a really good. Rustic Concrete is good too, but that's just my favorite, my standout. So I'm gonna go to the next person now. I'm about to get into more of the lyrical people now. All right, so if you don't like those kind of people, sorry, sayonara. I'm gonna start off with Mike because he's another person that dropped already, but sometimes he drops more than once too. So Mike dropped the album. I reacted to it as well. It was called Showbiz. I loved it. I loved that album. My initial reaction you can kind of tell that I like it a lot, but I don't think you ever would be able to guess just how much it's grown on me and how much I've taken with it. The themes of it, the way that it strikes me to my core, like it's so good. It's so good, and I think he's gonna drop more. He's got a poetic approach to music that I feel like isn't matched in the mainstream at all. So you gotta go to people like him. You got to. You just got to. So look out for him. In that same lane, Earl Sweatshirt. I feel like Earl Sweatshirt is gonna drop this year. I feel like he is. Not this year. Not an album. I mean, then maybe a single or a few. But the reason I say that is because it's been how long since he dropped? When was his last album? It's been a minute. I feel like his last album was the one with the Alchemist, and that was 2023. So I think he's gonna drop something this year. And another thing that's kind of making me feel like that is these features that he's been having. I think I talked about it on my mic reaction, but the feature that he had with the one where he's like in the music video and he's saying I'm not okay, but I'm going to be all right, and people were like taking that on the internet and like posting it everywhere and talking about, oh, Earl Sweatshirt got a new style, Earl got a new style. This new sound from him is crazy. I think he's gonna dive more into some higher tempo songs maybe. I think he's gonna try to switch it up because Earl to me is like a very artistic guy, and I think he's someone that doesn't want to be stagnant at all. So I don't know. Who knows? He might drop something this year. And another feature that he had that really caught my ear. I talked about it too. Was the song On God. On God. Why I say it like that? What the fuck? On God by Mike and Tony Seltzer, featuring Earl and Tony Schnall. That song is hard. The hook that he provided was so, I don't know. It was so like hypnotic. It was infectious. So I think he's gonna drop. I think he's gonna drop this year. I think it's gonna be very soon, or sooner than we expect. Another lyrical guy, J.I. fucking D. Where is Jid at? Where is J.I.D. at? Hmm? Cause we all know, not we all, but if you listen to him, Forever Story came out 2022, the end of 2022 at that, and it was nice. I think it was in like November, October. It was really beloved by the community. It was a nice album, but to me, it's not that replayable. I just don't replay it that much. My favorite song up there is System, but JID's is someone I've been loving for a long time. He's someone I've been there for a minute now, like since 2017, 2018. Like I don't know what it was about first hearing him, but ever since then, he's someone that's always like in my list of like just pure rapping talent. And I think he's gonna drop this year. I feel like he has to because after that Forever Story, right? All throughout the past 2 years, him and Metro are talking about how they're gonna do a collab album and how JD's gonna do a separate album from that collab album too. So what's going on? We've been waiting for that JID Metro album for like 2 years, and I don't know how that's gonna sound. I don't know how JID's gonna rap on these Metro beats. I don't know if Metro's gonna make samples and slow his beats down, or if it's gonna be trapping. JID's gonna try his hand at that. I don't know what it's gonna be, but all I know is I'm looking out for him because I feel like he's gonna drop some crazy shit. He had a few freestyles that he dropped last year, I think. They were alright, you know. It's like one of those things where it's like, they saying a lot, but are they really? I feel like contextually, it would just feel more enjoyable on the album with like other songs to kind of complement it. That's just me. Not really considered lyrical anymore because people not fucking with him. Well, he's kind of getting his name back. This is gonna sound random. It's gonna sound crazy as hell. But Chance the Rapper. Now hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I know the big day was a big disaster. I know that he was kind of at odds with his fan base. He was getting into a lot of, beefs with commenters, and he was looking kind of corny, canceled tours and shit because he couldn't sell. I already know about all that stuff. Okay, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the run that he's had with Child of God, the highs and the lows, the writing exercises, the unreleased songs that we've been hearing like little snippets of. Let's talk about those because this past year and change, maybe 2 years now, he has been dropping some really, really good songs. And they kind of make me feel excited in the way that I used to feel when Acid Rap was out, and the way I used to feel when the Coloring Book was even out. The Coloring Book doesn't get the love it deserves, by the way. Y'all gotta stop saying it's overrated. It's not overrated. The Coloring Book is beautiful. I really enjoy it, so I'm excited for when he actually comes out with the Starline Gallery. That's supposed to be the album, Starline Gallery. And he said it was supposed to drop of spring of 2024. It is now 2025 and it's about to be spring again, so that's a whole year late almost, maybe more. So I might be wrong. He might not drop it, but he said he was dropping it last year, and he's still promoting it. He's still posting shit on his Instagram. He's still rapping. He's still writing, and the shit is still sounding good. And I am excited for it. I feel like he's really getting back to form. I don't know if it's because he's separated with his wife, and wives really are the downfall to the creator. I don't know. All right, now I got a few, and I got a few more now. Isaiah Rashad. Isaiah Rashad is probably the top three favorite artist, musician for me of all time. Another poetic person, another amazing voice in the game. Someone I've also listened to since I was very, very young, since middle school, since probably 2016, 2017. I really enjoy him. He has my favorite album of all time with the Sun's Tirade. That is like literally my favorite album. I just I need him to drop. I really, really do. I don't know if he's going to. I enjoyed The House is Burning. I really did. But y'all remember the gap between The Sun's Tirade and The House is Burning? It was a long ass time. I want to say it was 6 fucking years. I want to say it was 6 years, maybe longer. I don't want another one of those. I don't think he's gonna do another one of those. And he had a freestyle. I don't know if it was a freestyle, but it was that song with it was that song called Sun Story, November 1st. He was rapping on there. It was so nice. Like he had some fire ass bars. Like he said, I quit giving up. Like stuff like that. Like so inspirational. It reminds me of the chant stuff of just dusting yourself off and reclaiming your spot. I really want that for Isaiah Rashad. I really want him to drop a full album, and I think he will this year. It's probably wishful thinking, but it's been how long since the House is Burning? That dropped the same year as Donda too. I want to say 2021. It's about to be 4 years. I think you can drop an album now. That's just me. I think you could drop an album now, and I think he will, and I think it's gonna be really good. So yeah, not the House of Burning, Isaiah Rashad. Look out for him. I feel like something's coming with him. Few honorable mentions. Saw Baby. I loved his Saheem project. That was my first time listening to him. People have been reacting to his album a lot when it first dropped, and everyone's loving it. So I think he's gonna ride that momentum. In that same vein, I'm gonna talk about Young Thug real quick. Of course, we all want new Young Thug music. I just don't know if it's happening. I don't know if you're gonna supposed to look out for him. I heard a snippet yesterday though. That snippet sounded really, really good. It was only a little something, but I loved it. So look out for Young Thug, of course, but we already knew that. I hope he drops this year. Y'all know I've been missing Young Thug heavy. If you've been watching any of my videos, I mentioned him in almost damn near everything. Whether that be the I mentioned him in the Drake reaction, the Drake and Party Next Door shit, because PND was sounding like Thug. I mentioned him in Saw Baby because Saw Baby was sounding like Thug. And I think I might have mentioned him in my Cardi Play This reaction, which is going to take me to fucking Playboy Cardi. What are we doing, Cardi? What are we doing, Cardi? You like that transition? You like that transition? What are we doing, Cardi? What are we doing? 2024 music. It is 2025 March. What's happening? What's happening? What happened to 2024 music? Hood by Air, amazing. 2024, amazing. Backrooms. Disrespect the how I put your ass on the food chain.
I didn't get that. Can you try again?
No, not you. I'm talking to Cardi. What are we doing, man? I wanted to tell her to look out for Cardi this year, but I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. I don't. You might just have to look out for the other Opium members like Lone and Ken Carson. Ken Carson, I loved his Greater Chaos album. I love the deluxe. Sydney Sweeney. Tough. Rockstar Lifestyle. Tough. Green Room. Tough. Succubus. Tough. Pots and Pans. Tough. We gotta get Opium to get right. Roddy Ricch dropped an amazing song that I liked a lot, called Lonely Road. Streets got a nigga wondering, when will my day come? I don't know when it's coming out. It says it's called the Navy album. Um, I don't know. Lil Durk's another person who has a pre-order album thing that's been out, but he's fighting some kind of case, so I don't know if you want to look out for that. JPEG Mafia, he dropped a freestyle for Valentine's Day. Phenomenal production. I love the way he samples shit. He's so good at his samples. So look out for JPEG Mafia this year because I think he's gonna drop something. His last album last year was so good to me. It was in my top 10 albums. Lucky is another person who was on my top 10 albums of last year. I talked about him already. I think he's gonna drop this year. With his Drugs Are Bad thing. I already talked about it in my Lucky freestyle reaction. That should be out. You know I'm looking out for Lucky always. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that might be it. Oh, Nino Paid. I dropped a reaction to him, and he was on my list. He was one of the first people on my list of who to look out for when I was making this list in December, because it was also from hearing him off of a Mag stream. I heard like one song, the Champagne song, and I kept hearing him on TikTok, and I kept hearing him on other song wars, and I'm like, yo, this guy's got something. I think we gotta look out for him in 2025. So I'm gonna put him in my underground one though. I'm gonna talk more about him in that than this. Because I think to me he's still like an underground artist. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. That's it right now. If there's any people that I missed or any people that y'all are looking out for, let me know. I wanna hear who has been lingering on your guys' mind. But let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. I got more on the way. I got more reactions coming. Appreciate all the love I've been getting recently. I showed a lot of love on the Showbiz album reaction. I wanna say thank you. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you. If you left comments, likes, subscribe, thank you. And I've been reading them. I am taking suggestions. I will be reacting to the West Side Gun album. I will be listening to Mobby. Yeah, I'm here with y'all. Sorry, there's been gaps between the drops. I've been back and forth places and shit, and with work and shit like that. But like, thank y'all for giving me a listen, giving me a view or a eye, or just even like skimming through in whatever way you show support. I appreciate it. So thank y'all. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Airwave me. I'm out. Peace.